What's going on, guys? So as we all know, Sony is releasing a new PS5. Is it bad? Is it good? There's several things to be discussed. We're gonna jump right into it. We ain't gonna waste no time. If you guys enjoy, like, comment, subscribe. It helps out tremendously. I appreciate it greatly. Thank you guys so much. Without further ado, let's get right to it. Now before we start this video, I just want to say, before you get all emotional and respond to something that you didn't fully hear, just make sure you watch the full way through. That way you could hear exactly what I say and all of what I say before you voice your opinion just based on emotion. Thank you guys so much. Let's get right to the video. Alright, so recently I did a video on the video that Austin Evans did about the new PS5 that Sony is releasing. I think it's already being shipped to Australia and Japan, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was Australia or New Zealand, something like that. I don't know exactly where it's being shipped for sure. Most likely Japan. But as I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware, the video that Austin Evans did is receiving a lot of backlash, as well as the one that I did. You know, the comments that I made on the video that he did. So I'm here to just discuss a couple things and clear a couple things up. Now, first of all, I always say in all of my videos, I'm no expert when it comes to this stuff. I give my opinion. I comment on news that I see come out on certain things that my channel deals with, and I pretty much report on that and give my opinion. This is something that I always say, and this is something that I have always said. So the way that you receive the information that I put out is pretty much on you. I'm here to give my opinion, nothing more and nothing less. So if you're somehow hurt by my opinion and how I feel, sorry, not sorry. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it pretty much is what it is. People have their own opinions. You could feel how you feel, and I'm gonna feel how I feel. Now, with that being said, if I make a mistake or say something that wasn't totally correct, which I often do because I am a human, as we all are, we all make mistakes, then I have no problem going back and correcting that. And I'm always looking to improve myself, and you know, in the future I'll make sure to do more research and put in the time to make sure that what I'm saying is as accurate as possible. But if we're talking simply my opinion on things, I feel like there's no need to apologize for anything based on simply how I feel. And I don't think that anybody should. I've always said that I lean more towards the PlayStation 5. I'm more of a Sony guy, but I love Xbox. I love what they have to offer. I love Xbox Game Pass. I'm not a fanboy, or the word that a lot of people like to use nowadays. It seems like everybody refers to somebody, oh, a fanboy, like he's just a fanboy this, fanboy that. Everybody loves that word nowadays. I'm not a fanboy of either one. I love PlayStation, I love Xbox. I'm not stuck to either one. I have both. And if I see something that is outperforming one or the other, I'm not gonna hold back just because I like one better than the other. The opinion that I give is unbiased to me, whether you feel like it is or not. Like I said before, that's pretty much on you. But as far as what I say on this channel and things that I talk about, I'm always just gonna report on what I see and how I feel. So with all that being said, if you guys are familiar with the video that Austin Evans put out, he took apart the new PlayStation 5. He found out that the heatsink was a fair amount smaller than the old one, and that it was putting off more heat and maybe using a bit more power, and pretty much came to the conclusion that it's probably not such a good thing. And I tend to agree with what he said. He put out an update on that video, I think just today. As I'm filming it, is Thursday, September 2nd, pretty much just confirming that he feels the same as what he said in that video. You know, certain people see stuff and they get real sensitive about it if they don't agree with it. And like I said before, if that's how you guys feel, I mean, you're free to feel and say anything you want. I don't lose any sleep over it, but just know I'm gonna do the same. So I'm making this video to say that I pretty much feel the same way. Now there is a couple good points that a few people made, that the reason it could be putting off more heat is that it's getting rid of the heat, which might not be such a bad thing. And I do agree with that, because the Xbox is the same way. It does put out a lot of heat, and it makes sense that it would be pushing it out rather than keeping it in, and that could be a good thing. So the fact that it's putting out more heat is not necessarily a bad thing, but the fact that the heat sink is a lot smaller and it took away a lot of the good materials that it had in the original PlayStation 5 to me, and even Austin Evans said in the update video that he made, still doesn't make sense that it would be not a bad thing. That still seems like a bad thing to me. It definitely doesn't seem like a good thing. Now, even in the original video I made, I never said for sure this is a bad thing. I said we'll still have to wait and see. There's still more testing to be done, obviously, to see if it is a good or bad thing. And if it is a bad thing, I also said in that video that it probably initially wouldn't be such a bad thing. Maybe down the line, in the long run, it might turn into a bad thing for the performance. But if you go back and watch that full video, which not a lot of people do, they just start commenting within the first couple of minutes, I said that it's not a for sure thing that it would be totally bad. So I'm just making this video to say, yeah, a few people did make a good point that it putting out heat doesn't necessarily mean that it is a bad thing, but also at the same time, the fact that the heatsink is a good deal smaller and missing a few pieces from the original does still point to it not being such a good thing either. So the new PS5, is it good? Is it bad? We won't know, I guess, until they do more testing, release more data on it. But as I said in the first one, I guess we'll have to just wait and see. That's exactly what I said in the first video. So to those of you who did watch and didn't agree but know how to convey their emotions the right way, you know, not react on things and be so sensitive and get so emotional, I appreciate you guys. I heard you guys, and I even commented back to some of you guys saying, you know what, you're right, I didn't really think of it that way, even though I have said in the past that the Xbox putting off so much heat isn't such a bad thing, and that could work the same way to this new PS5. So to those of you that know how to convey what they're thinking without being so emotional, I appreciate you guys, and I see you guys. To everybody else that gets a little more emotional, you know, you guys have freedom of speech and I respect that, but I don't really respond to people who are too emotional and in their feelings. So just know that I do like to respond and interact with the people in the comment section, but if you seem like the type of person that thinks of things one-sided and just acts upon emotion, I'm not gonna give you the time of day. But everybody else, I appreciate you guys. If you find the content helpful and enjoyable, like, comment, subscribe. It helps out tremendously. I appreciate it greatly. All links are down below in the description for anything you guys might need. That's pretty much gonna do it for this one. Just a little update on the last video. Until the next time, Louis13 Gaming checking out. Salute.